Oh, hello.
Has everyone joined? 9 of you. I think 2 more have to join.
Ma'am, অৰিন্দমৰ ৰূপম আজি জইন নকৰিব চাগে সিহঁতৰ কাম থকা বুলি ক'লে।
আচ্ছা ওকে ঠিক আছে ষ্টিল 2 মিনিট ৰখি দিওঁ তাৰপিছত মই ষ্টাৰ্ট কৰি দিম।
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, guys, I'll start off with my class, okay? Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, right? Okay. So yesterday, what all did we discuss? Yesterday, I think we discussed on distance measures, right? Types of distance measures. Then, what are the types? We had 3 types, right? Euclidean, density block, and what was the last one? Chessboard distance, right? So 3 types we discussed, and then we discussed a bit about sampling. Yes. So today we'll go to the next topic, that is quantization. Okay, but before learning quantization, we'll again brush up with the concept of sampling. Okay, so what is sampling? So yesterday we discussed on some, by taking some image, right? I briefly discussed by explaining some image. Okay, so what happens in sampling is, first is digitizing an image. Okay, so digitizing an image means what? We need to convert continuous sensed data into some digital form. Yes, and what is continuous sensed data? Do you remember this term? I used some other term for continuous sensed data, if you can remember.
Analog signal.
Yes, analog signal. So what is analog signal? Do you remember what is analog signal?
It is the, means what to say, when we capture anything, the image or anything that
With the help of?
any digital device.
Okay, yes. So continuous sense data, I told about analog signal, and analog signal means something which you capture with some digital system, say a camera. Okay, so with the camera, while capturing the image, you are taking the analog signals, that is analog signals are being produced. Okay, so that is analog signal. And This digitizing the image also consists of two processes, that is, it involves two processes, namely sampling and quantization. Okay, one sec, my keyboard is not working today. Okay, so one sec, give me a sec. So two processes, that is sampling and quantization. Yes, then we go on to the basic idea of what is sampling. Okay, I won't go into deep because yesterday we already discussed what is sampling. So but still we need some basic idea to discuss quantization. So here you can see some image, right? You can see an image. This is some system, that is we are talking about the digital system. This is some input signal, and then we get it passes through the system, and then we get some output signal. So here the input signal, I mean to say, is the analog signal. Okay, so input signal here I'm talking about the analog signal, and this is some digital system, and after the analog system processes through the system, we get some digital signal, which is the output signal. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is the basic idea for converting analog to digital signal is to convert both of its axis, that is the x-axis and the y-axis, into a digital format. So suppose this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. Okay, so x-axis here, this is used for digitizing an image, that is digitizing the image of all the coordinates. Okay, that is digitizing image using the coordinates is known as sampling. And when we talk about y-axis, that we will come on later on, digitizing image using the amplitude. So x-axis here describes the coordinates of an image, and y-axis describes the amplitude of an image. Okay, so since an image is continuous not just in coordinates, that is I'm talking about x-axis, but also in amplitude. Okay, so all are continuous. Okay, so the part that deals with digitizing of coordinates is sampling, and the part which deals with amplitude is quantization. So I'm using this word amplitude a lot of times. So what do you understand by amplitude, or say amplitude of a wave? So can you see this picture here? Can you see the image here? See, I'm talking about amplitude. Okay, so amplitude means, suppose, acha, can you see the mouse cursor, guys? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so actually what happens now, when we upload this video in the YouTube, and when we check it in YouTube, I don't see the cursors anywhere. That's why I'm asking. Okay, so you can see, so fine. Okay, so I'm talking about amplitude of a wave. So here you can see an image where this is a string. Okay, suppose this is a string, and what I'm trying to say is this dashed line, this is the dashed line, it represents the equilibrium or the rest position of the string. Okay, so I'm considering a string, and I'm talking about this equilibrium position of the string, that is the rest position. Then what is it, that this is the position that the string would assume if there is no disturbance. Okay, if you don't give any disturbance, if you don't apply any disturbance, then the string is in this rest position. Okay, then suppose once a disturbance is introduced into the string, what happens? The particles of the string, see, this started to vibrate. Okay, and the vibration is upwards and downwards movement. Okay, this is the disturbance because you're applying some force on the string. Okay, so at any given point of time, a particle on the medium could be above or below the rest position. So here A, E and H, this represents the crest of the wave. Okay, crest means what? This is the point on the medium, that is my medium is string. So these points, the crest of a wave is the point on the medium that exhibits the maximum amount of positive, this is a positive and upward displacement. Okay, so towards, when we go towards, that is we go upwards, this is positive, we go downwards, this is negative. Always remember that. Okay, just consider x and y axis. Okay, so here crest is the positive or upward displacement from this rest position, and again you can see here C and J, the points C and J. So this represents the trough of the wave, that is C and J, this is negative displacement or downward displacement. Okay, so trough is negative and crest is positive. Okay, so did you get the amplitude of a wave? Did you get the idea of the wave now? Yes, yes guys.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, yes, no, keep on saying okay in the middle. Okay, then we go on to this finally. So finally, sampling means what? So we discussed yesterday that in any part of an image there can be finite number of points. Yes, and finite number of points means we will need finite memory, I mean infinite number of memory. Okay, but since we don't have let's say we don't have like finite amount of memory in the system, so we can't contain or we can't include or we can't save those infinite points. Okay, so what did we do? So what did we discuss? We suppose we spoke about the pixels, right? So we divided the pixels into subpixels. Yes, and the pixels which we need we will be storing in the memory. Yes, then increasing the number of parts in which a particular region of image is split into will increase the resolution. Yes, and then we discussed increase in number of pixels, that is increase in the number of parts is of a digital image is known as zooming. So do you remember the concept of zooming? Yes, so what did we discuss? Zooming means enlarging a picture in a sense that the details. Huh.
Actually, Lidimo disconnected and he just texted me that he cannot log in and he cannot join now again, like for accepting.
Okay, one sec. Okay, Cisco, this gives a lot of problem. Okay, participants. Okay. Lidemo, could you join now? Kindly say yes or no. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So, what were we discussing? Yes. So we were discussing that zooming. Zooming is a concept which means when you enlarge a picture in a sense that the details in the image becomes more visible. That is why we zoom a picture, so that we can get a more visible and a clearer picture of the image. So that is zooming. And also we discussed that zooming an image has many wide applications, which ranges from zooming through a camera lens or to zoom an image on the internet, etc. Okay, so that is about zooming. Now, so we spoke on this image, that is we took the image of Einstein, and suppose you want to apply zooming here. So when you apply zooming on a part of his face, so this is the result of the zooming application. Yes, then also we had two different steps, right? The first step was to zoom when before taking a particular image, which is known as pre-processing zoom, and the second step is to zoom an image after the picture has been captured. Yes, so do you remember these concepts, guys? I'm still repeating.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay, fine. So going on to the next slide is again two types of zoom we had. We spoke on optical zoom, which is achieved using movement of the lens of your camera. Yes, and digital zoom means it is basically image processing within a camera. Yes, so these are types of zoom. So we so zooming concept is over. Types of zoom, that is optical and digital zoom, we got to know about this. Now let's go finally to the concept of quantization. So taking the concepts of sampling and zooming, now we will discuss what is quantization. Okay, so what did we discuss? Yes, what did we discuss previously? We previously discussed that the x-axis, that is digitizing of the coordinates, that is the x-axis, is known as sampling, right? And digitizing the y-axis, that is the amplitude. So y-axis means amplitude here, and digitizing of amplitude is known as quantization. Okay, so quantization is just the opposite to sampling, that is, it is done on the y-axis. Okay, then when you are quantizing an image, you are actually dividing a signal into some partitions or quantas. That is why it is known as quantization. That is, you are dividing signals into some quantas, or say some particles, or you can also say partitions or divisions. So on the x-axis, the signal, that is the x-axis of the signal, the coordinate values, we have the coordinate values, and on y-axis we have the amplitude. So then here in this image you can see that the signal has been divided into some levels. Okay, that means that when we sample an image, we actually gather a lot of values, and in quantization we set levels to those values. That is, when we do sampling, sampling means we are gathering some samplings, that is gathering some samples, that is we are talking about I think Rupam is also waiting, right? क्या हुआ, आज सबका नेट डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया क्या? यस, Rupam पाइला ना? हेलो,
Yes, ma'am.
কি হল আজি সবৰে নেট ডিসকানেক্ট হৈ আছে যে? সিগন্যাল বেয়া, বৰষুণ দিছে নেকি? It's raining in your places?
Yes, ma'am. The call is not stable.
Oh, okay, so fine. Okay, so what I was telling, that in sampling we gather some samples, right? We gather some samples, and then what we do for quantization, we divide those samples using the quantization. Okay, so x-axis means when we talk about pixels, we are dividing the pixels, and quantization also we are dividing, but we gather a lot of values in that quantization process, and also we set some levels to it. Okay, we set some levels to it. So when I'm talking about levels, you can definitely understand it when you go through this image. Okay, so here in this image you can see that, suppose I'm talking about sampling. So sampling means what? See, it is collecting some sample points from here. Okay, it is collecting some sample points from here, but then it is also, when you see to the y, suppose this is the x-axis, they are considering it as the time, and in y-axis they are considering it some voltage. Okay, so forget about that, just see x-axis and y-axis. Okay, so after gathering these sample points are divided into some levels, and these are known as the gray levels of an image, or the pixels, whichever we are talking about. Okay, and what is gray level? What is a gray level or gray level values? Gray level values ranges from 0 to 255, right? Yes. So here what you can see is, these are some vertically ranging values from 0 to 4, that is, here 0 is black and 4 is white, and this level can vary. Okay, this level can vary, that is, you can take from 0 to 7, 0 to 10, or 0 to 100, but the limit is still 0 to 255, because we are talking about a grayscale image here. So this level can vary according to the type of the image you want. So now we are talking about relation of quantization with gray levels. Okay, so here it means that the image formed from this signal will have only 5 different colors. Okay, they are saying gray level, they are saying as colors only, because see, we have 5 different gray colors. Okay, so they are referring to it as colors. So for this image we have 5 different colors, and it will be a black and white image, or more of a colored or gray colored image. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, now if you want to make the quality of the image a bit better, then there is one thing which you can do. Okay, so one thing which you can do is, see, here we have 0 to 4, these are levels. So you can increase this levels, or this is also known as gray level resolution. Okay, this is also known as gray level resolution. So you can either increase the levels or the gray level resolution. So suppose if you want to increase this level to 256, okay, because since we are talking about a grayscale image, you can take it till 256, that is 0 to 255. So also you remember that when whatever level you choose, 256, 5, 7, 9, 11 or whatever, you will always have to use this particular formula. Yes, this is the particular formula, that is L equals to 2 to the power k. Yes, so k is the level number. So suppose since we are talking about gray level, and gray level image means what? It is an 8-bit image. Do you remember that, guys? Yes? Yes, no? I hope you can remember. Yes? Okay. So gray level image is always we consider, or we almost consider, an 8-bit image. So since it is a gray level and since it is an 8-bit, so 2 to the power 8, which is equals to 256. Okay, so whatever level you use, whatever thing you use, you always have to measure it using this equation. Okay, so now let's go on to the next topic, that is reducing the gray level. Okay, so reducing the gray level, that is I'll show you step by step in different levels. Okay, in different gray levels. So talking about first is 256 gray levels. So here suppose I'm taking an 8-bit image, that is 8-bit image means what? 8-bit per pixel. Okay, 8-bit image means 8-bit per pixel, or you can also say 8 bpp, that is 256 different levels. So here is a grayscale image, and this grayscale image looks like this. I'm taking the image of Einstein here. Okay, so now we will start reducing this image, so you can get to see the difference in the gray levels. Then only you can understand what is quantization. So this is 256 gray level. Next we go on to 128 gray levels. Yes, so this is 128. So when we are reducing the gray level, you can see that this is 120, this is 256, and this is 128. So see, not much of a difference, right? So because there is not much of difference, so again we can reduce it to 64 gray levels. So again you see, you compare it with 128 and this is 64. So see, still no sign of change, that is no effect. Actually it is starting to affect, but it is not visible to our eye. Okay, then next is again we try to reduce it to 32 gray levels. See, still no change. Yeah, still no change in the level. See, 64, see 32, still you can't see any change, right? So let's reduce it again. Suppose this is 16 gray levels. Yes, now the image is finally revealing some changes. You can see this background, guys. Can you see the background now? See, compare 32, compare 16 now. See, a bit of disturbance you can see in the image. Okay, let's go a bit more down. Then this is 8 gray levels. Boom, see 8 gray levels, and you can see much of change, that is so much of change also in the foreground. Yes, then again we go on to 4 gray levels. Yes, this is 4 gray level. So now before reducing it further to 2 levels, see, you can easily see that this image has been distorted so badly. Yes, so if you reduce it more, it will be like okay, I'll show you. So this is a very distorted image, and now so when you will reduce it to 2 gray levels, we have nothing left but just 2 colors. One is white and the other is black. Okay, so this is the last level we can achieve. Okay, because if you reduce it further, you can reduce it, no problem, you can reduce it, but if you reduce it, you will just get one black image, because the black is dominating the white. Okay, the black is dominating it. So this is what I was trying to say, that when you reduce the gray level, you get a like when you reduce, suppose I'm talking about grayscale, I showed you from 256 to 2. Yes, so the changes started in the 16-bit image. Yes, this changes started in 16-bit image. Previously 256, 64 and 32 bits were okay, fine. In 16-bit it started showing these disturbances, and finally in 8 gray it started to show more badly, and in 4 gray levels it started to show gray, and finally 2 levels means only 2 colors, black and white. So what I'm trying to say is, this disturbance in the background, this is also, there is one very special type of disturbance, okay? And this disturbance, this observation is also very interesting, you could see, right? And this is a very special type of effect that starts to appear in the image, and this effect is known as contouring. CONTOURING. Yes, so this effect is known as contouring. Okay, so contouring means as we reduce the number of gray levels, there is a special type of effect that starts to show in the image, and you can see that clearly in the 16-bit gray level picture, right? Starting from 16-bit you could see. So this is nothing but, this is known as the contouring. Okay, so we have another concept here that is known as isopreference curves. Okay, that is why contouring appears in the image. There is also some special definition behind, some special concept behind, and that concept is isopreference curves, but that I'm keeping it for the next class. Okay, so that is a very interesting topic, so I'll take some more time. Okay, so till here discussed on contouring. So guys, till here do you have any doubt for this topic or previous topics? Yes guys, you have any? Oh yeah,
Quantization
I can't hear you.
quantization to echo বুজাব লাগে
Quantization আকৌ বুজাব লাগে, ক'ত বুজি পোৱা নাই? Where did you not understand?
from the levels only, ma'am কেনেকে মানে voltage and time differentiate কৰে curves to
Voltage time differentiate কৰাটো বুজিব নালাগে, এইটো এটা just I'm taking it as a reference picture. Okay, I'm just talking about these gray levels. That is, when you talk about an image, we have different type of levels, and since I'm talking about a grayscale image, so here for this image it is taking 0 to 4 level. ठीक है? If I take some other image, that image will also show some different levels. So for this image it is only taking 0 to 4. So because this is only taking from 0 to 4, and I had to explain you till from 256 levels, right? That's why I showed you this Einstein image. Okay, step by step I showed you. So here you don't have to understand this time and voltage thing. You just have to know that when the concept is that when you are reducing the gray level of an image, you get a very distorted image. That is, no, just think that just think it in increasing number. Suppose 0 0 1 2 3 4 5. So see, the numbers are increasing. Okay, so okay, fine, I showed you from increasing to decreasing, right? So just okay, so this is from increasing to decreasing. That is, 256 is decreasing. Okay, let's talk from here. Okay, let's talk from gray level, ekdam from the beginning, that is from the root. So suppose this is a 2 gray level image, that is the level is 2. Okay, the level is 2, and for grayscale from 0 to 255 you can take, but not beyond that. So 0 to 255, let's start from 2. I can take 0 gray level, that will be just a black image. Okay, so 2 gray level, here we have only 2 colors, that is black and white, and this is a very distorted image. But when you proceed further, so when you increase it to suppose 4 gray level, see, the image is getting a bit better, because this is only black and white, and see, now you are getting some gray colors also. So these are nothing but gray levels. Okay, different gray levels. So we are talking about 4th level. Again, if you increase this level, see, 8 gray, 8 gray level here, the image is getting again a bit better with some extra gray colors. Okay, you can't directly observe it with your eyes. Okay, when you take a microscope, definitely you can see that, but now you can't see, but the image is getting really better. So this is for 8 gray levels. Again you increase it. See the disturbance, you can definitely see the disturbances are getting lesser. Yes, see for 8 the disturbance was more. See for 16 the disturbance has decreased here. Can you see now? Yes. Now again let me increase it to 32. Okay, 32. See, from 256 to 0 I can show you 255, 254, 253. So I'm taking a part wise. Okay. Now
Ma'am, quantization altogether
yes.
it is a reduction of gray level.
Huh. Not exactly reduction of gray levels. It is saying that you are dividing an image. That is, see, x-axis, it is digitize. That is, sampling means digitizing an image using the coordinates of the image. And coordinates means they are explaining it. They are taking it as x-axis. Okay, so x-axis they are considering it as coordinates, and y-axis they are considering it for amplitude. Okay, so when you are digitizing image using the x-axis, that is known as sampling. Sampling means what? You are dividing image into some samples. And what did we discuss on samples? Sampling means what? Suppose you are dividing a pixel. Yesterday we discussed on one image, right? We discussed on one analog image that converted it into digital form, right? And there we showed some lines. Yes? Keep a lines the yes, you can remember that image. So what I'm trying to say is quantization takes place only because of amplitude. Sampling takes place only because of coordinates. Okay, and when you sample the image, after that, after sampling you'll get some particular samples, right? And when you get those particular samples, those samples will be again divided into some partitions. Because sample is already there. By sampling you are already dividing the image into some samples. But again when you get those samples, you want to apply quantization on it, right? And to apply quantization, you have to divide those samples again into some quantas. Quantas, or you can say some partitions. And those partitions will be in the form of levels. And levels means what? I'm talking about a gray level image. So levels means we will have levels from 0 to 255. So after sampling the image, you will perform quantization, and quantization means quantization key, we are dividing the samples into some levels. Okay, we are dividing the samples into some levels, and those levels are also known as gray levels or gray level resolutions. And resolution, you know, resolution means what? More the pixels, more is the better is the resolution. So same concept is being applied in quantization. Okay, so quantization is nothing but you are dividing the image into that is, after the image is being divided into samples, we are taking those samples, again we are dividing those samples into some levels, and those levels are known as quantization. That is applying quantization on those levels. Okay, or still confused?
বুঝতে পারছি।
এটা বুঝে পাইছা? Okay, so I think you got confused in the time and voltage thing. Actually, okay, so that is a different concept. That concept I haven't yet. Actually, that is not needed. You just have to understand the concept of quantization. Okay, so simple sampling means dividing into samples. Quantization means again dividing those samples into quantas. So the name itself says, okay. And sampling and quantization both are interdependent on each other. Okay, so without sampling there is no quantization, and without quantization there is no sampling, and that. Okay, so that is, when there is an x-axis there will always be a y-axis. You remember in that way. Okay, okay, and any more doubt?
Ma'am, I still I'm not getting this difference between sampling and quantization.
In which part? You tell me the part.
the main means the difference between about the quantization.
Okay, okay, I'll go back to the figure again. Wait, huh? Suppose I good color. Okay, so suppose this is the image. Okay, so here it is saying relation of quantization with gray levels. Here this is a particular image, this is some random image, this is x, this is y. Forget about time, forget about voltage. Okay, just forget about voltage and time for now. One sec. Okay, just a minute. My mouse is not working today. Actually, this keyboard also is not. Okay, one sec. Okay. Forget about voltage and time. Okay. Now you see the image. So this is a particular image, and okay, this is a particular image, and okay, so this is x, this is x, and this is y. Yes, and what did I say? X means this is x axis, it's defining some coordinates, and y axis means some levels. Okay, so x axis, we are see already, this is some wave. This is wave is nothing but some analog signal. Okay, so some analog signal is there, and this analog signal is divided into some points. Okay, just okay, forget about those analog waves and all. So this is an image, and this image is suppose divided into some samples. Okay, so sampling means we are digitizing the image with the help of some coordinates. Okay, with the help of some coordinates, x, y, or anything. And these sample points, again, this is being divided here in some levels. These are some levels. So for this image, it is taking only 0 to 4 levels, not more than that. Maybe this is a low resolution image, so it is only taking from 0 to 4 level. Okay, and so these sample points, so sample points, how did you get this? You got this after performing sampling on the x-axis. So the sample points you have got. Now take the sample points here. So sample points in this y-axis has been converted to some levels. Okay, so this is the level 0 to 4. So this is black, this is gray, light gray, then lighter gray, and this is finally white. Okay, so dividing the sample points into some levels is known as quantization. Okay, so this is quantization. So did you get the difference now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay,
Yes.
fine. Still, if you are not able to get the concept well, again go through the video today. Go through the video again. Still, if you have any doubt, I'll take up another example in my next class. Okay, I'll take a simple example next class so that you can understand it well. Okay. Any more? Okay. Any more doubt? Yes, guys. Any more doubt? If not, I'll close with this slide and we'll go on to lab. Okay. Okay, so we'll stop here for today. So all of you present?
Yes, ma'am. Except Safiq.
Except Safiqul, all are present.
Or in the also sir.
Random.
Okay, Orindam and Safiqul absent, the rest are present, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So can we go on to lab now?
Okay,
I'll, okay, I'll end this meeting, okay? Because this meeting will end sooner or later, so I'll end with this meeting and I'll start with the lab, okay? Okay.
Okay.
Join with the same link, okay? I'll just end this meeting. I'll restart again, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Mm-mm.